tell me a little bit about Bumpy, why you built it, what problem you're solving?
Absolutely. So, Bumpy is a digital platform for anyone that is navigating the fertility or going through infertility. So, what we do is that we offer fertility experts such as psychologists, nutritionists, or fertility coaches. And we also offer a community for anyone going through infertility, and as well as a medically vetted knowledge base. And the reason we're doing this is basically because infertility is a huge deal these days. 1 in 6 couples experience infertility, and every 4th pregnancy ends in a miscarriage. We can see that these numbers are increasing and it's becoming a bigger and bigger problem, but there are definitely a lack of tools out there for those who are experiencing it.
I have several friends that have gone through the process, and it is not an easy process to go through, especially when you're navigating it on your own. I think building a community is really important.
Yeah, absolutely. That was one of the first things that we realized, that people really feel isolated in this, and they really want someone to talk to. And it's really hard to understand what infertility is if you haven't gone through it or experienced it yourself. So that's kind of the idea behind Bumpy.
And are people that use Bumpy, are they learning about the process? Are they being helped through the process? Do they find services that help them?
So it's both, actually. It's both for those who want to learn more about their own fertility or who are in the process and need someone to talk to. So to just take it a step back, I can talk a little bit about why I founded Bumpy and where I fit into this. So I myself have been going through lots of fertility issues. It all started 9 years ago. I just joined Spotify, and I had my first miscarriage during my first couple of months at Spotify, and I felt so lonely. And then my issues just continued on. So I experienced multiple miscarriages. I had to go through many IVF processes. I still am in the process. And I felt, especially at work, that I didn't have anyone to talk to. So I felt the first thing that I needed was this type of community where I could talk to others who were experiencing similar things. And also because infertility it's a taboo subject. It shouldn't be. It's a disease like any other disease. But for some reason, we're not talking about infertility. And that is a big problem. And myself, I think that we're not talking about this because infertility has been perceived as a female issue for a long time, and it definitely is not. The statistic says it all, that 50% of the causes are on the male side and 50% are on the female side, but still, when you're looking at how it's written about in media, it feels like it is a female issue, and that's something that we really want to change. The reason why I started it was also because juggling infertility with having a career as a woman going through infertility was a big issue, because infertility is nothing that you can set aside and say that I'll deal with that after work or I'll take it over the weekend. Infertility is with you throughout the day, and doing IVF processes, you have to leave work. So what we started doing was that we bootstrapped, we took in a consultant to help us build the Bumpy platform, just so we had something to go to the investors. And then just because we were both so driven by our own personal missions, we never saw that first step in terms of getting the first funding done. So that meant that we could actually hire developers. So now we do have a tech team, a small tech team for sure, but a CTO and a senior developers that we're super happy and they're super skilled. So that's how we kind of had to solve it. We just knew that what we were building and that our personal stories and the passion that we had for it was enough, even though we didn't have the tech background. And also, even if I don't have the tech background, I've learned a lot during my years at Spotify just to see how it works. That gave us a great advantage. And my co-founder as well, she comes from one of the largest e-commerce platforms in the Nordics. So she has that background as well.